You heard the minister and you heard the prime minister. Is Canada's response, in your view, robust enough?
Evan, I think it's measured, and I think they're taking a bit of a go-slow approach. But at the same time, these are substantive measures that will make a difference that the Ukrainians are looking for. Yes, by all means, they're looking for weapons. They are looking for an effort which, let's be frank, let's put this in a context. This will not be a fair fight. If Russia was to roll tanks and start entering Ukraine tomorrow, this would be a bloodbath. They are badly outnumbered. They are badly, in terms of equipment, outgunned. And so that is why there is clearly a sense of urgency. But having satellite surveillance, certainly to help on the cyber, more trainers, all of this, it helps. There's no question. And so, the government of Canada is being more hawkish than others, including some NATO allies, and so is to be commended for taking the steps that they've announced today, including the loan, which I understand was specified in the sense that it wasn't to be used for weapons. But all that has been offered today will help, as have previous contributions, night vision goggles, scopes, mobile hospitals, defensive type of equipment, being able to demine certain areas. These are pieces of a puzzle, but in a massive ground offensive, Russia is going to roll over Ukraine in the current status.
Peter MacKay, just got a couple minutes here. What did you make well, I asked the defense minister, and the prime minister was asked, did he rule out lethal weapons? It seems there's a fair bit of room. They're doubling the size of Unifier, but they seem not to have ruled out, A, the use of radar sat, and maybe even shipping lethal weapons, depending on the situation. How did you read it?
I read it the same way. I think that they have left that open. I would suggest that the radar sat is the proverbial no-brainer. They should do that, just as they've now given certainty to Op Unifier for the next 3 years, and upped the ability to have more trainers there, perhaps going to 400, more special forces I can see happening, and sanctions. You mentioned in your questioning of the minister whether they would go down the route of further Magnitsky sanctions. I think that does have an impact. And as kicking them out of the G8 did when Russia was removed from the G8. There are other things that can be explored, removing them from the Security Council. And if it comes to what Canada can provide, we have main battle tanks. We have howitzers. We have the type of armament that they could use. But let's hope, as the minister clearly understated or underscored, that we want to pursue all diplomatic efforts as well. And we would hope that Sergei Lavrov, who, by the way, was the foreign minister when I was foreign minister, going back as far as 2000, which speaks to their democracy, that they will engage and that they will look at this situation through the human lens and knowing that there is going to be mass casualties on both sides.